We'll have a moment of silent meditation and pledge to the flag. Thank you. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. It's 10:02. It's July 13th, and 2 of our 3 county commissioners are here. Sean is on a well-deserved and needed vacation. So with that, we will go to consent and approval.
Morning.
Morning.
We have 31 exonerations for $7,930.38. Minutes for July 6, 2022. Vouchers, General County Fund, $2,168,132.93. 911, $925.75. Chestnut Ridge Park, $4,330.30. Camp Muffling, $15,146.09. Mason-Dixon Park, $607.48. Mon County Center, $458.56. Transportation levy, $16,291.42. Fire levy, $74,322.70. Recreation levy, $48,017.09. Library levy, $3,998.08. Reallocated coal, $17,521. Assessor's valuation, $451.51. Payroll, $1,738,27.31. Morgantown Industrial TIF, $1,645.18. Purchasing card vouchers, General County Fund, $13,247.42. 911, $276.22. Chestnut Ridge Park, $224.81. Camp Muffley, $1,791.85. Mason-Dixon Park, $9,061.22 for a voucher total of $4,114,476.92. We have a budget revision for state approval for coal severance fund, and that is to take care of the carryover for coal severance fund. We estimated a fund balance of $1 million to start fiscal year 23. It's going to be $224,033, so that's an increase of $124,033. We've assigned $116,630 of that to the county commission budget of 401, and the remainder $7,403 to contingencies to bring that account to $22,403. That's the maximum that you could have in contingencies, 10%. And then we have position vacancies for boards and authorities listed on our website. Fiduciary orders for July 13th, 2022. And we have the first and second quarter 22 file status reports for fiduciary commissioners Ryan Umina and Beth Umina.
Okay.
Move to approve consent and approval as presented.
Second. Properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Fiduciary orders are none.
No, you just approved those.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean,
nothing extra to do.
You don't have
Nothing
anything
extra.
extra, no.
Okay. Okay, at this time, we'll have introduction of new employees, personnel changes. We have the amazing Rachel Mitchell. Come on down.
Is that her?
Sheriff.
No, go right ahead.
I said
I
Rachel.
just didn't want Mark in front of me.
Okay, we'll do Rachel first, then we'll do the sheriff.
You think you would have said amazing?
I said Rachel, the amazing, and you stood up, so I'll also say that.
Still my title.
She's going to have that put on her business
Good
card.
morning.
Yes, business
Good morning.
card.
Rachel Mitchell, Director of the Mon County Center. I have with me Brittany Winland. She's our Logistics and Events Coordinator. She'll be starting today, immediately following this meeting. We're very happy to have her, myself in particular. So welcome aboard, Brittany. Thank you.
Wonderful. Welcome to the county. Move to approve.
Second. Properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
There's so much growth and advancements going out that we're really glad that we're not calling Rachel 20 of the 24 hours a day, and I know she's very happy.
So we'll call her 18 and now
Thank you, and we look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The amazing sheriff.
Too late.
Too late. I know. Secondary.
Good morning.
Morning, Sheriff.
I have with me Gage Higgs, who will be starting July 16th as a full-time process transport officer with a beginning salary of $2,807.20 per month.
Wonderful. Move to approve.
Second, proper moved in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Gage.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
You made sure you had a driver's license, right, Perry?
Yes. Yes.
Just want to make sure. Thanks.
And the amazing assessor.
You're kind of diminishing the word amazing
I
now.
know, well-
Three times in a row.
Yes, I won't do that after that.
Well, I wanted to make sure the sheriff came up first because I have respect for my elders.
No.
And intelligence, because he's already left.
Yeah.
Well, you know he's not running.
But he is armed.
He is armed, yes.
Come forth here for approval for Miss Gracie Wilson, who is one of our seasonal part-time dog tag clerks. We start her on the 6th of July as a training to see how that would go there, and everything went really well. So she's been on this week. This is her first full week. So I'm just here now to seek approval from the commission.
Move to
And
approve.
she will be at $12 an hour.
12. Move to-
Second, proper moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Welcome, Gracie.
Good.
Thank
Thank you.
Any other?
Do we have any other new employees?
Not that I'm
Okay.
aware of.
Okay, seeing none, we will go to comments from the public. Would anyone like to come down and speak? Good, come on down. If you state your name, address, and you're more than welcome to take off your mask if you want to talk.
Yeah.
Make it easy.
Good morning. Thank you for
morning.
this opportunity. My name is Rama Rao. I live in Morgantown, 120 Forest Drive. I'd like to speak about something that's of international nature. This is about the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and we have been hearing a lot in the last couple of months. There is significant amount of civilian casualties and targeting civilian areas, and this is unacceptable. And we as a county have to make a statement or pass a resolution and express solidarity with Ukrainians. And I was doing some research, and if any county in the country has taken that kind of stand, and I've come across 3 counties, 2 from New Jersey and 1 from Florida. If you want, I can give you the printout.
That would be great. Yes.
It's a news information.
You give it to him, yes. Okay. Thank you.
I printed out
Thank
one
you.
for each.
Okay.
3 counties. We have, Ukrainian population here in Morgantown. We got faculty, staff, and students at the WU, and we have a Orthodox church in Morgantown, which represents some Ukrainian, all people from Eastern Europe and some Ukrainian population. So I believe that we have to consider passing some kind of resolution, to express solidarity with Ukrainian population, and also condemn the atrocities committed by Russian forces in Ukraine.
Okay.
You want to suspend the rules to explain how
Yeah,
resolution.
move this- yeah.
Move to suspend the rules.
Second and
to
approve.
comment on this.
Yeah, go ahead.
That normally with resolutions, they're prepared and presented to the commission from a group that has an interest in the cause. We don't sua sponte or on our own pass resolutions, as far as I'm aware. They're normally ones that are presented to us. So any of the groups that you mentioned, if they desire to present a resolution to us, we would be happy to review it in accordance with our normal procedures and then take it up at a meeting to be addressed.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you for bringing this to our
Thank you.
attention. Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Okay. We'll close the public hearing. Now we have a presentation from the famous, I'll change it, Susan Riddle, President and CEO of Visit Mountaineer Country CVB.
Was it
Infamous, I should have said infamous, yes.
Oh, good morning,
morning.
Commissioners. This is Susan Riddle from Visit Mountaineer Country CVB, but I'm here today to speak with you about the Mountaineer Trail Network Regional Authority, which you graciously appointed me to that board to represent Monongalia County, and I serve as treasurer of that board on their executive committee. What I've distributed to you today is essentially an update on where we are with the Mountaineer Trail Network Regional Authority. And this is specific to Monongalia County. I know when we first started this whole process, excuse me, several years ago, I know Commissioner Bloom and I had at one of the meetings had a conversation. You wanted to know what this was all about before we actually made much of a commitment. Well, it's all about a lot now at this stage of the game. The Mountaineer Trail Network Regional Authority are working together to create the network. Originally, the CVB, our CVB, went ahead and scheduled a meeting. We brought all the counties together. And then from there, Friends of Cheat in Preston County went ahead and kind of took up the mantle and started organizing the network under the current legislation. What you have in front of you now is an overview, kind of like a report card that's more or less being given to each one of the counties. There's now 15 counties in the trail network as it stands today. And the network was created by legislation that was initiated here by Jason Donahue, and our illustrious delegate, Joe Statler, is the one that carried it across the finish line frankly, for the state. So we're deeply invested in this here. We're a great location for this. And frankly, I wanted to get involved with it because I really feel like it's going to be one of the largest items to impact our tourism industry in north central West Virginia in decades when it finally comes to fruition. Friends of Cheat wrote a grant and actually secured an ARC grant for $1.2 million. And that's really what's funded the work we've done so far. The process, the trail review process, is in here, and the trails are not, they're bikes and boats now. Once Friends of Cheat got involved, it was in honestly, their best interest to include boats. So it's not just bikes, it's bikes and boats. But it is non-motorized, so that's the universal criteria for all. And right now, we've been in the process, they're working with downstream strategies, which I know you all are familiar with, and they are doing an inventory, an assessment of all of our counties. So what you have, the trail process is essentially on page 2, and then you'll have here on page 3 trails in Monongalia County, and they are outlined here under bike trails and water trails. On page 4, you'll see a map and some photos. And then they actually go into a strengths and opportunities assessment on a county-by-county basis. This is all prepared by Downstream Strategies. All of these counties are going to have this when we're done. And then it goes on to provide next steps for Monongalia County. Prioritize and implement planned projects for bikes and boats, enhance collaboration and communication, and continue trail development at the Mason-Dixon Historical Park, which was really identified as kind of not a higher priority, but one that was further developed and met a lot of the rubrics criteria that they have in place. And how can Monongalia County help? We are going at this stage of the game to all of the counties, and we're asking for a minimum of $5,000 to be dedicated to the Mountaineer Trail Network. So far, the counties have varied in their commitment from $5,000 to $15,000, I believe. We are accelerated in our timeline. We are in the process right now of recruiting an executive director. There's so much going on with this. I mean, Friends of Cheat is essentially the fiduciary agent for the grant, and so therefore they've been filling in to a certain extent, and then doing contracting, holding board meetings, all that sort of thing. But we are in desperate need, with as quickly as this is advancing, to get an executive director on board. So that's where we are. And I also did include in this, there is a reference chart that is listed in this document. It talks about Mon County land ownership and management, so it lists all of that, and on a public managed process, as well as private landowners and public entities. So there's a lot of information here in just a few short pages. Although Commissioner Sikora is not here, this is right in his wheelhouse, right? Because these are the kinds of things, as far as a summary, how we can implement. I'll be working directly with J.R. Petsko, for all of your all's parks and properties under management, as well as Ella Belling and other leaders that are in prevalent in the trails in Mon County as a whole. So I just wanted to kind of give you that update. As far as a request goes for a donation from each county to the network, is that something that you would want from me in writing?
Yes.
Okay. It will be
And
coming.
send it to Renetta, and
That's
then we
fine.
would.
I wanted
Yeah.
to give you the update first
Sure.
because we had, like I said, we talked before, what are we doing? We're not just, participating. Are there any questions with this?
Is our, if I can,
Yeah, go ahead.
is the money from the counties going towards the cash match?
Well, essentially, they have more than just the ARC grant that they've already applied for.
Okay.
We're trying to figure out the funding model for this moving forward because the trail network is really not going to be out there doing all the building of trails. And I mean, that's going to be done on a county by county basis. We are doing more of the coordinating and planning of the network and then promoting it. So establishing the brand standards and signage. And I mean, they keep the Hatfield-McCoy Trail, 30 years into it, they generate millions and millions and millions of dollars of economic impact. North Central West Virginia is in a much different position because we have infrastructure that they didn't really have when the Hatfield-McCoy Trail was started. So the money that we're going for right now is primarily to assist us with hiring the executive director.
Okay.
That's primarily what it is.
Okay.
There's some other administrative things that we've been moving along so swiftly. There's some legal work that wasn't necessarily in the grants that we've received and whatnot, and so on. We've already gone down and made a pitch, or at least an update, to the Legislative Joint Committee on Parks and Rec. I think that was the name of the committee. That was several weeks ago. So we're kind of keeping everybody informed so that they understand, we can't do all of this. We're kind of developing that brand, getting the standards together, doing the inventory, giving suggestions. And then with yesterday's announcement of the Action Sports Facility gaining the grant from the EDA for $4.7 million, that's a game changer for the Mountaineer Trail Network in Monongalia County. I'm excited. This is really big stuff. This is people working together to make big things happen. Then on a quick side note, I always bring things as an update. I wanted to share with you, yesterday these came in. We post-COVID, we're getting back to printing, and people are asking for just buku amounts of printed material and all kinds of things. In preparation of the Municipal League coming in August, first week of August, we're going to have like 400 people here in town for that. It's a biggie. So we're working on a lot of different things, but one of the pieces that came up was the Mason-Dixon map. I know JR does a great job with his collateral. We're working with various and sundry partners such as JR. We had a little bit of a snafu with the one we had before where it was white font printed on a white background so you couldn't read what was on the back of it. So we were like, let's get these reprinted, and in the meantime, we tied into our QR code in the interior of it and then gave them, I don't know, 50, probably about several thousand copies for them to distribute throughout their channels. And then this will be an approved piece that we distribute, the CVB, through the state welcome centers. So Mason-Dixon Park's Ferry Trail, which is on the front, is quite popular.
Yes.
All righty.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Susan.
Colleen Coon, we have grants.
I have requests for reimbursements for you. The first one is for the VOCA grant in the amount of $8,464.08. The next one is for the SEEP grant. It's $3,013.80. I have the Community Development Block Grant in the amount of $1,774.08. Safe Communities, I'm missing one, sorry. Safe Communities in the amount of $90.83, and then impaired driving in the amount of $2,613.43.
Move to approve.
Second, properly moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. I'll get that moved. Correspondence, letter of thank you from Operation Welcome Home.
It's pretty much self-explanatory. If you want me to
Okay.
read it, just let me know.
No, that's okay.
No, that's all right. Question for you. Other correspondence?
You had a piece.
Yes. Okay. I've actually two, but other one. Okay, Mountaineer Area Robotics, they sent us a letter that said that there's a competition, the 4th biannual West Virginia Robotics Extreme here in Morgantown. Along with WVU, we are hosting this 26-hour robotics endurance event, and it's August 5th, 12 o'clock to August 6th, 2 p.m. at the WVU Recreational Center, and we've been invited, and they wanted us to have the public aware of it. Okay. Are you going to happen to also mention about what was just mentioned about the BMX?
I wasn't.
Okay, hold on. I just got to find that now. Of course, I just lost it. I apologize. It's not on.
It was on the email.
Yeah, it was on my email. Now I have to find it. I apologize. Well, we'll come back to it, but we will mention under one of our reports the $4.7 million. So I think that's enormous that we've been involved with. Okay, move to unfinished business.
None.
Move to new business. To consider for approval requisition number 4 for Series 2021B Harmony Grove Phase 1 Project Fund.
Requisition is for $251,332.79.
Move to approve requisition number 4 for Series 2021B Harmony Grove Phase 1 Project Fund as presented.
Second, been approved. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Consideration of approval of agreements by and among the County Commission, MROP Properties LLC, and Mon Power Company, which provide for electric power facility upgrades and extensions at the Morgantown Industrial Park, and the execution and delivery of such documents by the President of the Commission. This was discussed at our last week's meeting, but we said it was going to be put on the agenda. Do I have a motion?
Yeah, move to approve the agreements by and among County Commission and Route Properties and Monongalia Power Company, which will provide the electric power facility upgrades at the Harmony Grove portion of Morgantown Industrial Park, and to authorize the President to execute the documents as such.
Okay. Second, is there any discussion? Does anyone? No. Okay.
We discussed it last
We
week.
discussed it last week. Okay. Properly moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, it passes. Consider approval letter of agreement between the Mon County Commission and the City of Morgantown for reimbursement of costs associated with court security services provided by the Mon County Sheriff's Department for City of Morgantown meetings held in the County Commission chambers.
Yeah, this is for the, pretty self-explanatory. The City Council's going to hold their meetings here while they're under construction of their chambers for the next, probably close to a year.
Yes.
And as it's the county courthouse, our sheriff has graciously offered to provide the security, as is their duty to secure the courthouse. So we've reached an agreement with them for reimbursement for the time that the deputies will be spending here, and that's what this is about. So I would have moved to approve this letter of agreement between the city and the county for that purpose.
Okay. Second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Consideration of appointments to the Camp Muffling and Chestnut Ridge Park Advisory Boards.
Camp Muffley is first.
Okay.
Becca Fent Clark, you know Becca from Mon County 4-H. She has applied to be a member of the board.
It's a great addition. Yeah, we're happy to have her move to approve Becca Fent as a board member for the Camp Muffley Advisory Board.
Second, all those in favor say aye.
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 And then for Chestnut Ridge, you have Carla Neely.
Yes.
She's lives on Fairmont Road, and she's applied to be a board member at Chestnut Ridge.
Move to approve.
Second, yeah, and she did come to the meeting already, and we did have our first meeting last week. Properly moving second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Consideration of requisition number 67 for the University Town Center Economic Opportunity Development District subaccount.
Requisition is for $1,021,515.68. June was a very good month for the
Great.
district, so we're very
Yes.
happy about that. The sales tax collected, that will be transferred to the bank to pay on the bonds.
On the bonds. This was the stiff tax, okay.
Yes.
Move to approve the requisition number 67.
Second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
That's it.
Okay, I will bring up under new business. U.S. Secretary of Commerce Gina Raimondo has announced a $4.7 million grant to the Milan Park Foundation to support construction of the Milan Park Regional BMX facility. This grant is funded by the American Rescue Plan. I know the County Commission have worked with Milan Park to fill out and complete, and we want to thank all the parties who worked diligently to get this. This is a game changer. This is going to be something very special for the park, and with everything else going out there, it will be the first of its kind in the world, I believe, from what I was said. I know it's in the country. In the country. Okay, we'll go with the country. So we'll go with that. But I am thrilled, and this is just one more thing that's going out there that I believe one of our goals down the future would be to love to host a regional special ed or special Olympics program nationwide, and I think this just now puts us in that category with everything else going out there. So I did want to announce that.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, this is good. Reports from elected officials. Would anyone like to come down? Everyone's shaking their head. No. We're moving quickly. Since I can't do Sean, we will go. Jeff?
Just one note, I'm looking forward to participating tonight in a dinner at 4-H camp at Camp Muffling. We didn't do it last year because of COVID, and the camps are in full swing this year, and it'll be my first time participating out here. It's a really fun event, and looking forward to seeing all the campers out there and watching everything work as it does. So that's all I've got,
Okay.
Mr. President.
I have a couple. I'm real excited to say that last week I talked about the agreement with Hope Hill Sobering Center and Ascension Recovery Services. The board has agreed unanimously to sign this agreement and management proposal, and in fact, they were going to sign it today, and we can move forward. What that basically means is the sobering center that is located at Hazel's house will be open, and we are looking forward sometime, hopefully by the end of August. Hopefully we could get it when the students come in, but we will be offering that program that has been in discussion stages for years, and I really think it is going to be a real need that it's going to fulfill a need that we have in the community, and we'll not have to take those individuals up to North Central Jail, pay for that, and then leave them and drop them off and then get it on their record. So I'm very excited about that. Let's see. I'm looking at the next one. The second thing is yesterday I was on Hoppy Kercheval's show and to discuss the concerns of what used to be Amendment Number 1 that has now been pushed to Amendment Number 2 because of political reasons, I'll just say, that there is a lot of discussion going on, and again, a lot of county commissioners are starting to request that the citizens have the correct information when making a decision to vote. And that is what we are seeing with the association groups, and people want to make sure. And I see Mark here, and Mark has been, I want you to know, in some of my meetings and some of the groups that are concerned, Mark has been a big supporter of getting that information, and I do appreciate it. So if your ears were burning yesterday, it was because we were very pleased, and I wish we would have more assessors in the state doing what you're doing, which is getting that information out so the public knows what to vote for. Did you want? Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Actually, I forgot. Have been invited. Had a meeting with Superintendent and Nicole last week. So I've been invited to speak today to their conference for the controllers.
Oh.
So they're having that in Fairmont. So that'll consist of about 100
Yeah.
attendees. So myself and Rocky Romano, who's the assessor in Harrison County, we've been invited to speak to that group to do the education forum on the information that we have and that we've gathered to present to that group if they're not aware of the amendment and what the amendment consists of. So that's what we're doing right now, is doing a lot of the education side of that to get it out. And then we've calculated the numbers that we've shared, and I shared with Commissioner Bloom there, and also,
Yes.
that's a big help from GST with that, and Phyllis Yoakum, who's our assessor in Randolph County, part of our task force. So yeah, that's where we're at. We're trying to get that information out just for people to have an understanding. And it is now, I don't know if it's from the draw of where they were placed on it, but it is now, will be Amendment 2 on the ballot.
Yes.
But it's still the Property Tax Moderation Amendment as the title. So.
Yeah, I do appreciate everything, and I think the key is we're trying to get all the information out, because right now it's being sold as you don't have to pay your car taxes, and there's so much more to it than that. So we appreciate that.
Yeah. As a
That's
whole
only
thing-
25% of what's collected, and I appreciate all the information. I had also learned last week, and I've been involved, that one of the Teachers Association is now got involved with a group to inform the public, because it really will affect the school systems.
We went to, we were in Charleston a few weeks ago for the budget and policy. They did a nice presentation and a breakdown. I'll have that information, which I'll pass along to you.
Thank you.
To share, but it was a nice breakdown, and it was well attended from the state's Board of Education members.
And I've talked to both executive directors yesterday of the two county associations, and they are meeting. There's going to be meetings at the end of the month, because it hasn't been a board meeting for a while, to discuss basically the information getting out. I think, and that's what we're trying to do.
Right, just make people aware before you go in what it is and what
Exactly.
it consists of. So,
And I appreciate your help.
and I'll meet further with you.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
And one final thing, I did meet with a group called Bikers Against Child Abuse, and they are going to be opening up a program in Monongalia County. And I told them when they did that, I recommend them come either the end of August or early September to discuss it and then talk with the school systems. But I was very impressed with their program. So I think that's just one more thing that I look forward to having in our community. Anything else?
No?
Seeing
Move
none, do I
to
have a motion?
So moved to adjourn.
To adjourn. Second. We be gone.
Right.